and welcome
to the 2018 edition of
Behind the Flames. I'm Senior Firefighter Yakima Fox.
I am Engineer Jennifer Mann.
I am Tamisha Davis.
We are your hosts
for this
exciting new series with the 71st Recruit Class. Today, we will take you behind the flames with us
and give you a view of what we have encountered as members of the Greensboro Fire Department.
I'm your senior host for the Behind the Flame series. Behind the Flame began February 1st, 2013 and has 400 subscribers featuring over 100 segments with more than 500,000 minutes viewed and has reached out to over 99% of countries with internet access.
My dream job was to be an entertainer, a singer, model, or dancer. Or what has been my driving force here at the Greensboro Fire Department is that feeling when you are out there helping and saving lives and you see the outcome and it's a good outcome and it's a life-changing outcome that it's nothing that you could completely train for. You get trained and you put it out, like you put your best foot forth. And when you see that it came together and it all, fell in place, that drives you to stay and, serve the people at Greensboro. What would I say to an aspiring firefighter or somebody that wants to come in? I would say that they can do it. Just bring all their heart. Because it's not a profession that you just come in just because you want to, you want an easy job, because it's not easy. And you have lives and people that you work with and people of the city that actually are dependent on you. When you think about the worst day of somebody's life, you're the person that's going to be there. So if you don't have heart, it's going to be hard to do this job. So I would tell them to, if you have that heart and that passion and that drive, that heart will carry you very, very far. One event that I can remember clear as day is delivering a baby. And it came so natural because you train on this stuff, you consistently reread it, you put it as though it's happening. So when you have all the rough days where you may lose someone, you fight so hard and you do multiple CPR. Some people come back, some people don't. When you're able to bring a life into the world and the life survives, that's the moment that you can't ever replace. It's not callable. Like, that would stick with you for the rest of your life. And having those memories and those moments, that passion, that drive, it doesn't leave. That's the biggest reward that you could get. So the question is, why do I think Behind the Flames is an important program? I am a Virgin Islander. I'm not from America. And the fire department is not a big field or a big interest for, people to want to work. So having access to Behind the Flames, it gives you an inside look of what you do on a daily basis. It gives you a better understanding. Hey, we don't just put out fires. We run medical calls. We do service calls. We'll go in and put in smoke detectors. We install car seats. We train. We're at fairs. We display, the fire trucks so the kids. We actually do a lot of educational programs. So Behind the Flames gives the public, not only in Greensboro, but across the world, anywhere that has internet access, it gives them the ability to see what firefighters do. It's the best job in the world. It proves it. It proves that if you have the heart to go through this training, if you have the heart and the passion to drive and not give up, that this is the biggest reward that you could get. And that's why I think Behind the Flames is so important.
During my senior year of high school, I was a volunteer firefighter with the Fawcett Fire Department in Burlington, North Carolina. At a recruit school, my class, the 51st recruit class, was contracted through Fire District 13. So when I graduated the 51st recruit class, I went to County Station 13, where I fulfilled my first assignment as a firefighter. One of the most difficult calls that I've been on was rescuing a 5-year-old boy out of an apartment complex fire from a second-story window. The little boy was unconscious at the time that we retrieved him, so we had to perform CPR on him in terms that we did get him back, and he is alive today due to our quick actions. I think that the Behind the Flames program is an important program that we have here at Greensboro Fire Department, because families and friends can see what they're doing when they're here, as well as the training that their experiences, the fatigueness that comes along with that. Without Behind the Flames capturing these moments, the families and friends and even the recruits may not have a true understanding of what all this job involves.
I definitely thought I would be in the medical field somewhere. The driving force for me being in the department was my older brother. He was already in the recruit class, and he told me that I should apply. And I did it, and here I am. My recruit school experience was definitely an adventure. We started off with 36 people, one of the biggest classes they had. We lost a few people along the way. I didn't have a background in fire or military, so it was definitely an adjustment for me personally. And the physical aspect, I was in shape and an athlete, but that was nothing compared to what we had to do in recruit school. But it was fun to an extent. Definitely a mind thing. You had to be in the right mind to go through it. Comparing this job with a 9-to-5, it's definitely mentally, physically, and emotionally, I feel more stressful than a 9-to-5, because you always have to be on your toes, know what you're doing, because you could get hurt or the next person beside you could get hurt. So it's definitely a little more stressful than a regular 9-to-5 job. I think Behind the Flames is important because it gives a lot of people that don't have a background on the fire service, gives them a little insight of what we experience, what we go through, especially from a different state or a different city. If they want to move into the area, they kind of know what to expect. It gives other people that don't understand our job or don't know what we have to go through, what we endure just to get onto the department, not including what we actually do once we get on. It gives them a little bit of exposure to it to see, you know, we went through a little bit. It was a little challenging. So it just gives them a different outlook on the fire service in general. It kind of can help you with your own process if you're going through training or something, to look and say, well, I'm not the only person that's experienced this or is going through this. So I feel like it's pretty helpful in more than one way. So plus it's just fun to watch.
Thank you.
We will see you next week.